Hi everyone, today I'm talking about 4 stocks that I want to own but don't own. I got this idea from another YouTuber. I saw their videos, thought it was a really good idea, talking about some stocks that they're looking at going into the future. Now I kind of held back from doing this, but I feel like I should talk about a few stocks because I like to share my ideas on YouTube. That's why I do these videos. It just keeps me interested in the stock market, gives me another motivation to kind of research these companies instead of just researching these companies and investing my money. I like researching them and sharing my ideas on YouTube just to help other people make money on the stock market. Like I say, these are always my suggestions. I wouldn't say just because I said them, go buy these stocks. Always make sure that you do your own research before buying any of these stocks I'm just about to mention today. But these are 4 stocks that I do think are going to do well, and are kind of 4 stocks that I am looking to invest in towards the back end of this year. If I can get in before it, that would be super, but it is something that I'm looking more towards the back end of this year. One thing just be careful of, this 4 stocks that I'll mention, 3 are tech, and as you know I have quite not a tech heavy portfolio at the moment of stocks, but it is going towards kind of the tech side, which is the best sector, and a lot of companies are tech now. You can look at companies like PayPal, even though they're a payment service, that they rely on a lot of technology. So it's something that you've got to consider, but make sure that you're not going into like Google, Amazon, Apple, that are just all completely tech. So that's why I've just changed one of the stocks up here, just to stop from offering tech stocks all the time. So number 1, probably my favourite stock that I've not been in for a long time. Now, you know that if you follow this channel, I was invested in this stock earlier this year. Number 1, Adobe. Adobe is one of my favourite stocks. Because it's growing so much, I keep selling at highs, wait for the dip, buy in the next dip, hold to the next high. Now, I haven't done that this time, which I would have normally done, just because I had no money. Because I normally keep a spare money on my portfolio, which everyone should always do, because if a buying opportunity comes, you can buy it. I did that, then I bought Monster Beverages, which was on a very big low, which I thought was undervalued, which I'm holding now, which is coming close to actually my selling price, which has been quite a quick gain really. But Monster Beverage was my purchase with my spare money, which pretty much meant I had no spare money because I had used it up, which is always a bit of a problem, but it's fine. And that money would have been what I would have bought at Adobe when it was at 240, but now it's gone up to about 250ish already, and I think that should go to about 275. But since Adobe gone to the subscription services, the quality products they offer, they are by far the leading sector, or the leading brand in that sector that they're in. I don't think anyone is even close to them. Probably one of the biggest gaps that you'll see between the leader and the second competitor. Adobe is absolutely huge. But like I say, since the subscription service happened, the revenue has just increased year on year by far. A great company. Slightly just have to watch that it doesn't get overvalued. That's the only worry about it. But it's just a company that I want to get in at some point. Hopefully Monster will sell, it will drop down to about 240, 245 at some point again, and then I'll be invested in back there. But like I say, I'm a big fan of Adobe. I think I've got enough room for another tech stock in my portfolio, and I'd like that to be it. If not, there's a couple more on this list that might replace it. So number 2 is Google. Google is a great company. The YouTube side of it, the Google Analytics side of it, the adverts, the search engine. You get quite a lot of things really when you invest into Google. YouTube's still growing. I mean, it's such a great platform because everyone uploads free videos. YouTube doesn't have to pay for it, and then they make money off it. Always updated with new content, new people coming onto the scene. So as far as I'd say, I think YouTube and Netflix are the 2 biggest platforms right now for being online. And I think when Netflix comes in to a bit of a competition with Disney, that's going to be a trouble for Netflix and Disney. Whereas Google will still be untouched because everything they do is pretty much free, and all the content is provided by other people, which is updated daily. Still quite a low PE. Really good numbers if they can hit the numbers. Google, the forward PE on it is about 30, the actual PE is like 45. So when you take that into consideration, if Google still carries on hitting the number, it is still quite a good valued stock with a really good growth rate. It has been undervalued for me for a while. It's started to go back up now. I think it just recently touched 1,200 per share again. And my target on that would be about 1,300-ish. So that's the thing with Google. It's getting close to where I would be. Not happy to get in. I would want to get in further down. So for me, at the moment, probably not the right time to be investing now. I think it was, but I would get in lower personally myself when getting into Google. The biggest payment service in the world, the biggest number of transactions. We need it every day. Cash is pretty much not getting used as much now. Everyone's using Visa. It pays a dividend, although I would not invest in Visa for the dividend because it's so low. But it does pay a dividend. It grows at such a rate. It's a very stable stock. The only problem with Visa is because it's so stable, your little dips you only get are like $1 dips, $2 dips in the stock, which isn't ideal to get a nice big point to get into Visa, which makes it a little bit tricky. Personally, I'm looking at Visa. I have PayPal, so I kind of have a payment company covered. But because Visa is such a strong stock, it might be just one of those stocks that are worth sitting in your portfolio. A bit like waste management. We always need waste being taken away. They're always growing. They pay dividend. So like Visa, Waste Management are two little stocks. Constellation Brands are just little stocks that I'm thinking about picking a couple of shares up just to run in my portfolio because it's nice, easy money. So that's what I'm considering at the moment on MasterCard, but I think I prefer to get into Visa over everything. So number 3, a nice easy stock that, and number 2 mentions there of stocks that are just nice easy money, that the services that we always need. You don't see big massive dip in them, and they just grow at a nice steady rate and a pretty safe stock. Low PEs, which are good. So number 4, this could have been Facebook, but because I've already got Adobe and Google in, I didn't want to put another tech stock in. So I put Win Resorts in, and I think this is probably one of the last opportunities to buy Win Resorts. It is down the other day, down at 158 per share for a stock that was at 200 a couple of months ago. It's a company that's still growing big time. It's had a lot with the CEO, Steve Wynn. That's caused a lot of problems for Wynn. There's still a couple of problems in the background which you need to be careful of. I might do a full video on Win Resorts actually. There's still definitely a few problems with Win in the background, just be careful of with a new resort, which will increase revenue, but there's a naming problem at the moment, whether or not they call it a Win Resorts or they name it something else. There is also the kind of news that Win might get bought out for $200 per share. But it's down at about still 160, which would still be a pretty decent purchase for Win Resorts. It's not a stock that I would buy at highs and carry on holding for a long term, but it's probably a stock right now that I would have swung trade, a bit like Monster. But because I'm already Monster, I've not gone to Win. But it's a good opportunity to buy. Like I say, number 4 could have also been Facebook. Whenever there's a dip in Facebook, it's a good one to buy. I am going to look a little bit into getting into Facebook at some point because of the low PEs and still the growth. Even with all the scandal going on, great company. Definitely one that I like a lot more than some other FANG stocks. So guys, those are my 4 stocks that I want to own but don't own right now. I think 4 really good strong companies there. I'm probably going to talk about my portfolio a little bit on the next video because a lot's been going on with PayPal and Microsoft and Monster and Boeing as well. So I might do a little bit of a portfolio update and talk about them a little bit, which I normally leave to the end of the month, but because a lot's going on, I might just talk about a couple of the decisions that I'm going to make with my portfolio for the future in that video. So guys, give the video a like and I'll see you on that next video.